Why were ancient Indian temples so insanely colorful? I'm talking red towers, blue ceilings, golden walls, like a rainbow made out of stone. Was it just for show? Or was something else going on? Because here's what nobody tells you. Those colors, they weren't random. They were part of a system, a kind of technology used to control how you feel. And it gets crazier. Ancient India wasn't the only place that did this. In this video, we're breaking down the hidden science behind temple colors. Let's rewind. What we see today, stone, dust, gray statues, but thousands of years ago, temples were explosions of color. Walls, ceilings, statues, painted from top to bottom. And this wasn't just random decoration. This was designed. The blueprint, it's called an ancient system of temple design, like sacred architecture plus emotion control. Walk through one of these temples and it's like walking through a color-coded emotion tunnel. At the entrance, bright red, bold, loud. It's like the temple's saying, "Wake up! You're in a sacred zone now. Move in deeper," and yellow and green take over. It's softer and warmer, helping you focus, relax, and breathe. And at the very center, the innermost sanctum, it's blue and white. You feel calm, deep and focused. This was design psychology, before psychology even existed. And here's something wild. Temples weren't built for just one kind of person. Farmers, kings, priests, travelers, everyone walked the same path inside. But because of the colors, they didn't all feel the same. The space adapted to your emotions. Before you even said a word, you didn't need to know the science to feel the shift. You just felt it. Let's jump into some real temples that still carry this vibe. Meenakshi Temple in Madurai looks like a 3D sacred comic book. Thousands of statues, each one hand-painted in red, green, blue, gold. It's loud outside, but walk inside? The colors start to soften. The mood shifts. It's intentional. Padmanabhaswamy Temple, Kerala, flips the script. Instead of bold reds, you get pastel blues and greens. Why? Because this temple's not about drama. It's built for meditation. The colors match the mission. Ramanathaswamy Temple, Rameshwaram, a corridor longer than 10 football fields. Every pillar painted, repeating color patterns that feel like visual chanting. Lepakshi Temple, Andhra Pradesh, look up. Stories painted across the ceilings, golden yellow, indigo, earthy black. Every pigment made from scratch. And these paints weren't slapped on. Some layers took days to dry. Artisans used goat hair brushes and palm sticks, working under oil lamps for precision. It was like painting with time itself. Brihadiswarar Temple might look plain today, but scientists found traces of red and white paint on the stone. Back then, the walls were covered in cosmic diagrams, sacred geometry, drawn and painted for rituals. Vittala Temple, Hampi, famous for musical pillars. Yes, they actually make sounds. And some historians believe the colors inside were picked to match those vibrations. Color plus sound equals sacred harmony? Mind-blowing. Sarangapani Temple, Kumbabishekam, neon pinks, electric oranges, acid greens. It wasn't meant to be subtle, it was meant to feel alive. Like the gods were right there with you. Still think they just painted these for fun? Okay, how did they even make these colors? No factories, no synthetic dyes. Just nature, chemistry, and wild creativity. Red came from crushed soil, laterite, yellow from turmeric, sometimes mixed with cow urine to boost the glow, blue from fermented indigo leaves, black from soot, burnt coconut shells or oil lamps, white from crushed seashells, green by mixing turmeric and indigo, balance just right. And to make the paint stick, they used tree sap, egg whites, or milk proteins, totally natural. And here's the crazy part. Some of those colors are still visible 1,000 years later. This wasn't art, this was chemistry plus ritual. But wait, it didn't stop after they painted it once. In South India, temples go through a massive repainting ritual every 12 years. It's called Kumbabishekam. We're talking sacred reset. Monks bless the pigments. Master artisans, called sthapathis, use ancient manuals to guide every color placement. It's not a renovation, it's a rebirth. Even today, some colors can only be used on certain festival days. They believed if the color fades, the temple's energy fades, so they kept it alive. And here's where modern science steps in. We now know that. Red increases alertness and energy. That's why Coca-Cola, Netflix, and YouTube use it. It grabs you and doesn't let go. Blue lowers stress and blood pressure. Calm app, Facebook, Skype, soft blues equal to smooth experience. Yellow boosts focus and memory. National Geographic picked yellow to spark curiosity and learning. Green promotes calm and balance. Spotify, WhatsApp, you get it. These aren't random brand colors, they're mood tools. And ancient Indian temple builders figured it out thousands of years before marketing teams did. Today, we treat color like a bonus, a final coat. Pick something safe. Looks nice, done. But back then, color was the message. Temples weren't just sacred, they were emotional machines. You walked in distracted, anxious, overthinking. You walked out calm, centered, aligned. And it wasn't just India. In Egypt, the Temple of Hathor had star-covered blue ceilings and golden walls, meant to guide your spirit to the heavens. In Greece, the Parthenon wasn't just white marble, it was painted with red and blue, to make gods feel real, close, dramatic. The Maya civilization painted temples in blood red for life force. Green stood for rebirth and nature. In China, Taoist temples use red for energy, yellow for balance, green for life force. Every color equal to spiritual energy. In Japan, Shinto shrines are painted red, not just for looks, but to keep evil away. Angkor Wat, Cambodia, not gray. Researchers found paint, red, black, gold, still clinging to stone. Even Notre Dame Cathedral in France was once completely painted inside and out. And the stained glass? That wasn't just light play. It made you feel the sacred. Color was awe. Color was devotion. None of these cultures copied each other. They figured it out independently. Color changes how we feel, and it brought people closer to the divine. So what went wrong? Why are so many temples gray today? Rain wore down the paint. Colonial rulers banned or ignored repainting. People forgot color was ever part of the design. We came to believe that holy meant plain, but it never was. And here's the good news, it's not all lost. You still see the legacy everywhere. Indian weddings, saffron, red, gold, straight from temple towers, Rangoli designs, color-coded prayers, festival pandals, crafted to stir emotion. Even Bollywood sets use temple color theory to set mood. And now, some architects are bringing it back, rebuilding temples, schools, even public parks with ancient palettes in mind. Maybe that's what modern design is missing. We chase minimalism, grays, neutrals, safe colors. But what if sacred didn't mean empty? What if it meant alive? Temples weren't loud to impress. They were loud to transform. And they did it with no screens, no sounds, just color and intention. So, if you could build your own little sacred space at home, what colors would you use? And how would you want to feel in that space? Drop your answer in the comments. And if this made you look at ancient temples differently, hit like, share, and subscribe. This is Beyond 5000, where ancient knowledge meets modern minds. Because the past, it wasn't primitive, it was just way ahead of us.